channel does not promote or promotion any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
We don't worry for the Magra. No, I hire, I provide.
Kelly spraying through the Benjis, nigga.
Me and the Mosai, me and the Mosai.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. We would like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where I'm your host, Yeshua Judah, sitting alongside Ayob Ben Yehu and Aksafaya Shehu. On another Thursday, we'd like to give all praises to the Most High for allowing us to be here this time. We got a lot of stories. We got more music tonight than we ever had. That's because we trying to chop up the segments a little bit. So, and also at the same time, that gives us the ability to be able to spotlight some of these artists. These artists that a lot of people have not heard of. And to be honest with you, a lot of these artists, I'm finding out about on the fly. I want to give all praises to Ayo for putting me down with the brother that we're going to be listening to today. Canal 104.
No,
Canal 104. The brother got some good stuff, man. I don't know. I'm going to assume. I'm just going to assume. And this right here that we listening to, this is Peasy and Ari Amunu. Me and the Mosai. Beautiful couple that makes beautiful music, man.
Yeah, they do, man.
And I just got to throw this out there. They out of the 214. We out of the 214. Yeah, I just got to put that out there.
Look, I don't know why I initially thought Peasy was out of Cali. I don't know why.
He lived out there for a minute when he was getting his start.
Okay,
maybe that's start. Yeah. He did some dirt out there. Not dirt like that, people. He got his feet dirty out there with the truth music. Yeah. He ain't see walking, all right?
Disclaimer.
Right. I can see it. I can hear it now. Wow, Aksafaya. We ain't gonna even go there, but yeah.
Right.
He don't know me. Yeah.
Okay.
He don't know me. He don't know me.
You don't know
what put a whole this. Put a whole Truth Diss out song got on you.
Right.
We both live off of I-45, bro. Calm down.
Maybe give us some publicity.
Yeah.
Right. So for everybody that's here, though, we would like to say welcome. We would like to say welcome. Yeah, multi-game, D-Elect, Shaka Boom, always holding it down. Makal Bathia. Yeah, so, Yamaya. Did I say it right this time?
Yamay.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Right, because the next time I said I'm gonna mess it up, so
please
don't charge it. Yeah, because my heart is right, y'all may.
It's gonna be translated.
My heart is right, y'all may. Let's get into this though, because I really don't want to take up a whole lot of time right now because we got a lot of stuff to cover, right? So, and before we get off into anything, man, I really got to talk about Takeoff. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had no clue who Takeoff was until just a few days ago when this here happened. Yeah. And what's strange, Ayob and Safaya, is that night that he got killed, I had a customer's house that was very close to downtown, almost adjacent to downtown. And that was my first time seeing that bowling alley that day. That bowling alley is downtown Houston. And I said, wow, Houston got a bowling alley downtown. I said, man, me and my family need to go. That same night was the night that brother, you know what I'm saying, got killed at the bowling alley that I just seen. But Takeoff is just the last of the many, man, that has, that has been killed. You got Young Dolph, you got King Von, you got Mo 3, also out of the Dallas. And this is the thing. Before we get into the show, I want to just talk about this, and I want people to think about this a little bit. Every time somebody says something about a Jew, they always come and say that these comments can be hurtful. You cannot say this here because they're racist and they're hurtful and you are hurting a group of people. Well, when I look at where our music came from and where it's at right now, I believe that the Jewish community owes us an apology.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
If you want everybody to apologize when they say something about you guys, then I feel like you owe us an apology as well, right? Because the product that you push on the street is a killer.
Yep.
Police put street pharmacists in jail because they say that they product kill. Listen to the product that you Jewish people record, produce, and distribute.
Yep.
All over America, and it leaves the shores of America. They listen to this here in Asia. They listen to this here in Europe. They listen to hip hop everywhere.
Yeah, and it's bigger over there in them areas that you're speaking of.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And it done got to a point that is so bad that our young entertainers, man, in the music industry, I'm putting it where the hat lays, that they're no longer just doing this for entertainment. They want to live the life that they singing about.
That's what's happening. That's exactly
because of the influence of the Jews.
Yep.
Y'all heard what Lawyer Cohen said on the Breakfast Club, right? When Charlamagne the God asked him the question.
Yep. He said, Lawyer Cohen, which is now the head of YouTube Music, but he formerly was the executive over Def Jam Music.
Yeah.
You know, Def Jam is LL Cool J, Method Man, Wu-Tang, that's, you know, all of them. He basically said the crack epidemic of the 90s hurt the black community. Well, every artist, Charlamagne was like, well, every artist you sign now is perpetrating the same thing. Like, that's the hypocrite. Oh, but you got to make money. Oh, okay. At the end of the day, that's basically what Leo was saying. Money is more important.
Money is more important.
I can be a hypocrite for money, and it ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
So it's okay for him to be a hypocrite. Right. It's okay for them to make music demoralizing our women, telling our young men to go kill other black men, in other words, to promote black on black violence, right? It's okay to do that because you making money. But when an individual watch a movie that he did not make, right? And he come in on the movie, then you got 50 million microphones in front of him trying to make him apologize. And we're going to get to that later in the show. I don't want to start off too soon. But this is where we at right now. If you want to put that into context like that, you guys owe us a huge apology.
Well, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go and be devil's advocate. No, they don't, because we ain't nothing but just Goyim. What Goyim need to do? For what? We just count
to them.
Yeah, we just count them. So that's why they do it. We just count them. And your counter don't say, hey, take me out of this line where you fit to slaughter me.
Right. And it's even, I mean, it's in the Constitution or the articles where we're only 3/5 human. So they're telling you right there who had a hand in even writing the Constitution, whether it was 1776, whether it was 1452, the Inter Caetera, Dum Diversis, Catholic Church perpetrated, whatever it is, they all have hands in making sure that we are portrayed one way. Meek Mill, he could talk about gangsterism all day. He don't have the money to upfront put that album out.
Come on,
now.
You know what I'm saying? So once again, but like you said, they look at us as goyim or just cattle or dumb. So they say, you know what? Let's let them destroy each other. They ain't gonna do nothing but do it anyway. So
they're gonna do it anyway. I mean, go look at the movie Godfather. If you don't believe what we talking about, go look at the movie Godfather. Okay, this is not, and so my whole point is, I know that we're not going to get the apology, but you can't say one thing. You can't say one thing and do a whole nother. If you're concerned about racism, as you say that you are, if you're concerned about not putting things out there that's harmful and hurtful, well, you need to shut. And by the way, what's Cohen's first name? I always say it wrong.
Lear
Cohen. He was also one of the he is also he was a boss of the Migos as well. He is one of the many bosses of the Migos as well. Because I went and looked up who distributed their music. 300 Entertainment distributed their music, which he is the owner of. You dig what I'm saying? He is the owner of them. So here you go again, right? So if this is what it is, if you got a problem with this individual watching a movie and commenting on it, and you don't want nobody else to watch it, well, you need to go in your studios, shut down everything that you got, and bring something out, because we really need to pay attention. Like I was telling my sons the other day, no other nation is experiencing what we are experiencing. Like I asked my wife when Takeoff got killed, I said, when the country singers gonna start getting killed?
Nah, come on, man. Ain't no other nations got to explain what they research neither.
Right. And
ain't no other nation got to explain what they research and why they researched it.
Right. We the only ones.
What
you mean? What you talking about?
Why are you looking at that?
Why you looking at that? Why you reposting the movie? Why you promoting the movie? He got to answer to all this stuff, and he just like, man, look, I didn't say I agree with the whole movie. I watched the movie. I liked it. Why don't you go watch it?
And I put it on my platform.
Right.
Ooh, your platform, huh?
Takeoff was, I would say, the more humble guy out of the group. He was more quiet.
He was a DJ. He did his bid and went home. Yeah, say man, that I told y'all that touched me hard. Yeah,
man. He wasn't the live wire like Quavo and Offset was. They was the more of the vocal ones. He was just real quiet. And
they said that night he got killed that he was all by himself the whole night. They said he was all by himself the whole night.
He was trying to calm down the situation that had broke out, man. Yeah, but man.
So let's go on. I just wanted to make mention of that, man, because right now a fire has started. This is a wildfire, y'all.
Oh yeah,
and it's not gonna get put out. Nope. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what Yasha told the disciples. He said that I will not return. I'm paraphrasing this, sir. I will not return until this gospel is preached unto all nations.
And it's reaching.
Yep.
Every last one of them.
Look here, I'm finna show y'all something. I can't get this message to all nations. You can't, Ayo. You can't Safa, but Kyrie can.
Can.
Ye can.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They both, just two of them got
their two of them.
They got the world's attention, bro.
It's much money and promotion they got taken away.
Right.
Man.
They thought Ye was gonna climb the news cycle, then it go away. Well, when it climbed at its peak, here come another, and they both are still at the peak of each news cycle. They can't get rid of it. We said it last week. That spaghetti is going to stick to the wall. It ain't going nowhere.
To the wall.
And the fact that he didn't apologize and supposedly just got suspended, bruh, this thing about to heat up. But I ain't even spoil anything. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's get into this show, man. Beyond the Critical Race Theory, brought to you by Ayo Ben Yehu.
Yeah, Critical Race Theory, man. Beyond Critical Race Theory, which is Critical Race Fact. Today, we're going to talk about Mr. Anthony Crawford of Abbeville, South Carolina. Abbeville, South Carolina is a little small town about 45 miles southeast of where I am in the Greenville, Clemson area. Crazy stuff went on October the 21st, 1916. We're going to watch a small clip of a video, and then we're going to come back with my commentary.
My great-great-grandfather, Anthony Crawford, had an altercation at a store with a white storekeeper about the price of his cottonseed. Grandpa refused to do business with him and was arrested, and then was lynched in a spectacle, ritualistic killing at the town square in Abbeville, South Carolina, 100 years ago.
WCLA, Abbeville, Greenwood, 92.9 FM.
A lot of people don't talk about the lynchings in their family, and some of us do. For those of us who do, we represent a whole slew of people who are so traumatized that they can't speak, that their relatives did not pass down this history to them. So the Crawfords have always felt, I think, an obligation to speak up for Grandpa Crawford. We were all socialized that way.
No more of this. This violence must cease. No more of this. No more hanging. No more of this.
Terrorizing the black community, white mob lynched more than 4,000 black people. 4,000 black people. 4,000 black people in the South between 1877 and 1950, and more than 180 of them were killed in South Carolina. As you witness the bringing of these vessels of soil for holy consecration, may you declare yourself a repairer of the breach, an instrument of reparatory justice that declares never again we are standing on holy ground.
It was moving to stick our hands in that dirt and to look at actual soil that holds too many people's DNA. I think is a powerful way of symbolizing the history of lynching in the United States.
And if we start telling the truth about our history, we can actually change the climate for freedom in this country. I don't think slavery ended in 1865. I think it just evolved. It turned into decades of terrorism. We're here today because there was terror in this region.
Yes. So you hear what he said at that last part. He said that slavery never ended, it just evolved.
Mm-hmm.
That was the moment that I realized that I needed to bring this out, because it goes right along with what's happening right now, what we just spoke about, the Kyrie situation. How he's saying that, he actually reported today in the press conference, y'all asking all these questions. Well, where were you when, as a little boy, I was being told that my people were nothing? Where were you when Grandpa Crawford, you just heard his granddaughter, Abbeville, South Carolina, Saturday, October the 21st, 1916, a white mob lynched a black leader named Anthony Crawford for cursing out a white man, for just cussing him out. He didn't touch him. He cursed him out. It says a 56-year-old planter, Grandpa Crawford, the whole city called him. Listen to this. Get this, y'all. He owned 427 acres of land. 13 grandchildren, helped establish a school, a church, and farms, plural farms, in the local black community in Abbeville. During the Jim Crow era, successful black people were conspicuous, and arguing with whites was dangerous. We couldn't even argue. And like the granddaughter said, that on that day, a white merchant demanded to buy Mr. Crawford's cottonseed for a lower price. Mr. Crawford, who used to tell his families he'd rather throw the seed into Penny Creek, he refused to sell. After an argument, Mr. Crawford was arrested. A few hours later, 300 white men seized him from jail, dragged him through town behind a buggy. Finally stopping at the fairgrounds, the mob stabbed, beat, handed, and shot Mr. Crawford over 200 times. Then forbade the Crawford family to remove his hanging body from the tree. Terrorized the well-established multi-generational Crawford family, and many other local so-called black people realized that Abbeville was not safe for them. So like all the other beyond critical race theories, what did we do? We had to move away. We had to give up our land that we had. He had 427 acres, 13 grandchildren. And to this day, they don't own that land. The city owns that land. So amid continued threats, most of the family scattered north, leaving behind what the patriarch had built and carrying the painful loss of wisdom and humor. A century later, this marker, they got how they have those mile markers for the town? He got a marker up that symbolizes the continued remembrance and hope that Abbeville will never forget that horrible October day in 1916. So out of 420-something acres of land, farms, businesses, establishing a school and churches, he gets a plaque, y'all. Anthony Crawford.
1960.
1916.
That's 1916. Wow.
16.
This is exactly what we're talking about right here,
right?
Man. So the devil makes a law and call it Anti-Defamation League. Mm-hmm. And the reason why the devil make that law is because the devil know that he's bad. Mm-hmm. So I gotta make a law to keep people from being able to talk about me and pointing out my bad ish. Right? So and you always telling folks, like me and my wife was just talking about today, remember the Holocaust. Remember 9/11.
Never forget.
Remember, and every time we say, well, what about slavery? They say, why you talking about slavery?
Why you talking about the past?
Why you talking about the past? You know, my parents didn't even own slaves anyway. And like I asked my wife, you know that because? How do you know they did?
How do you know they
see
did?
What I'm
right.
Exactly. How do you know that
right.
they did? You see
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And here you got a man, they didn't kill him over an argument. I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't an argument. Nope. They killed this man. He had 147 acres of land.
427.
420. This is why this man lost his life.
Yeah.
He was an uppity nigga.
He was that. Yeah. I was, bro. Yeah. Come on, yeah. You can't. He didn't even. The man. Do you hear the gall that struck me?
Yeah.
The white man demanded him to sell it lower, and then it's almost like you got the gall not to do what I say, boy. You uppity Negro. That's exactly. Man,
didn't he say I'll throw these seeds in the water?
Listen, bro. He said I'll rather throw the seed in Penny Creek.
It reminds me of Color Purple.
Remind me of what Abraham did when he went. His daddy told him to go sell those idols. He chunked all them jokers in that water.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. It's also it said 4,000. Like he was saying in the video. White mobs lynched more than 4,000 so-called blacks in the South between 1877 and 1950, and more than 180 were killed there in South Carolina. Besides,
parade that man around on town. Parade him around,
and all he got is a plaque.
In
that particular town, this is why we do this as well, because they trying their best to get away from the garbage that they have done. And in this particular town, if they was doing real education, his name should be part of the public school curriculum.
That was just right. But they call it critical race theory. You mean to tell me something that's documented that we didn't have the power to document this? That's what the word talks about. Esau's own tongue shall fall upon him. Everything that you documented way back then to show your power and your prowess, it's coming back on you, bro, and you can't get away from it. And you can't get away from it. So, yeah, man, that story.
Well, matter of fact, that's the same thing it means too when the Most High said, "Heaven and earth shall declare."
Mm-hmm. It's speaking against
heaven and earth. Exactly. There you go.
It's a witness against them.
It's a witness against them.
It's crazy you say that, Ark. Thank you for bringing that up, because that with the earth, heaven and earth testifying along with the blood of the
blood. Come on, man.
Lying out. Come on, man.
Parade that man around town on the back of a horse, man.
On the back of a horse. Just
all
because
praises to the Most High. Man, I appreciate that, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna see if I can go in and make a collage of these critical race theories. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could go in and figure out a way to make a collage of them, because this is some good stuff, man. I love the fact that people can get stuff here that they not getting nowhere else.
Come on, bro. All praise.
And yes, and I'll be just as surprised as everybody else. I told yo, don't tell me who it is for the show. Right. Let's get into this music break so we can get into some of our stories. This is Canal 104.
Yeah. This your phone 104, man. Hey, if I love you, I love you.
Crazy for this one.
Hey, Kakon. Hey, the nation need this one. It's that must go get it. Always talking about you going off, beefing about carnal matters. So quick to catch your brother under that old school master. No coming over righteous with it when it's the spirit that matters. Keeping the laws and faith in Christ and the Messiah, our master. Always talking about you going off, beefing about carnal matters. So quick to catch your brother under that old school master. No coming over righteous with it when it's the spirit that matters. Keeping the laws and faith in Christ and the Messiah, our master.
I ain't going back and forth, can't debate about a name. Can't do it for the fame, gotta do it for the works. Gotta put the most out first. All my ox righteous living, some came from the kitchen, some came from busting jugs, some came from the hood. Renewed our mind and now we good. Keeping the faith, keeping the laws, following Christ, that's the way. I gotta be strong for the weak and all my bros stuck in the street. The Messiah is coming, and no you can't run. Nah, repent now, do the work, the kingdom coming. I pray that you proud of me. I got all the hate about me. Got all the wickedness out of me. I'm keeping that spirit inside of me. Debating, backbiting. You gotta stop all the lying. Nobody's perfect, you trying. We got the heart of a lion.
Always talking about you going off, beefing about carnal matters. So quick to catch your brother under that old school master. No coming over righteous with it when it's the spirit that matters. Keeping the laws and faith in Christ and the Messiah, our master. Always talking about you going off, beefing about carnal matters. So quick to catch your brother under that old school master. No coming over righteous with it when it's the spirit that matters. Keeping the laws and faith in Christ and the Messiah, our master. All praise to the Most High, from the trenches to the land of the gold. What we speaking prophesied of old. Life like Job, feeling like no. Get the blood off my hand, got the word on my shoulder. Gotta get right, cause my children getting older. Trying to be a light with the word. And just sit back, get my house right. Might have a mold in it, but don't take out my eyes. The difference between rebuke and respect. 16 to 28, call your brother wicked. Plus my Sabbath days, at least you keeping it. Got you losing tempers on the net. Some of you look effeminate. Bullying Esau, I ain't into that. Patience of the saints, I check your spirit. Yeshua, Yeshua, Yahweh. Don't matter as long as your spirit right. Been fasting, I'm trying to live it right. Cast away my sins so they see the light. Yeshua, Yeshua, Yahweh. Don't matter as long as your spirit right. Been fasting, I'm trying to live it right. Cast away my sins so they see the light. Always talking about you going off, beefing about carnal matters. So quick to catch your brother under that old school master. No coming over righteous with it when it's the spirit that matters. Keeping the laws and faith in Christ and the Messiah, our master. Always talking about you going off, beefing about carnal matters. So quick to catch your brother under that old school master. No coming over righteous with it when it's the spirit that matters. Keeping the laws and faith in Christ and the Messiah, our master. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Where that brother from?
I like that.
He's from Columbus, Georgia. I think he's in the same camp, click camp, monologue.
I saw him in the video.
King 7.
King 7.
Yeah, he run with those guys. He got that same type of sound that, trap heavy, deep heavy trap.
King 7 is actually from Atlanta though, right?
Right. Yeah,
this brother had on a hat that had the Atlanta on it as well, though. Yeah,
I think Columbus is maybe I don't know, an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour from Atlanta. So Columbus, Georgia. So yeah, man, he just had an album to drop, and that's the newest release that Schoolmaster from the. So yeah,
that's righteous music right there.
Yeah.
That's music right there, and that's music. Can't nobody listen to that and say it's not music.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I like the unity they did with the name and say that was you can't say. I like that.
I think the other artist was Akshakam, Chaakam. He's also another artist. I don't know where he's from, but he's also another up and coming. I think he's been out there for a while, but some of his latest releases are pretty dope, pretty heavy. So be on the lookout there, man. So
that's some good stuff, man. Yep. We got another banger from Hezekiah tonight, man. We got another banger from that brother. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get it, man. What you got for us, brother?
All right. So a couple of shows ago, we was talking about, we've been talking about the whole Vladimir Putin, Volodymyr Zelensky, Russia, Ukraine, US, UK, all of that great stuff about the Ukraine war. So as of October 29th, they were talking about this whole dark winter stuff in Europe, talking about conserving the energy, conserving the gas, how Europe is about to go through the worst energy crisis since the 20s and 30s. Well, the main reason of that is because of this whole pipeline explosion. Okay. Now, a few episodes ago, they talked about the pipeline and how important and how Russia was able to divert from using Europe's gas and have their own gas, and how they built this. I think Safar, you sent the video earlier. I want to say this whole project a few years ago was $11 billion. They built these two pipelines. So
that's just for pipeline too.
Right. So it's two Nord Stream pipelines. So I think one was 9 billion, the other was 11 billion. And everybody, what these two pipelines does is funnel the oil from Russia throughout, so Russia can charge on their monetary backed system whatever they want for the price of oil. So as of October, the end of October, Reuters, now this is an article from Reuters, they are alleging when Russia had their lines, those two $11 billion lines blowed up, that Russia is saying that the United Kingdom had everything to do with it. They the ones did it. And they say they have evidence. And we're going to get into that in a second. We're going to talk about a lady that she puts you in the mind of, if you've seen all the Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, you know how they always have that CIA, FBI type lady that's the head of the operation giving out. This is what this lady, her name is Elizabeth or Liz Truss. She is now the former UK Prime Minister. She only lasted a month. She is the quickest Prime Minister. That's a picture of her right there. And I don't know if y'all can believe this, but this lady is only 2 years older than me.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
I'm telling you, Joe Biden, 193, Nancy Pelosi, 217. This lady got to be 116 years old. I'm telling you. But anyway, her name is Liz Truss.
But they've been in Egypt, though. That pigmentation there has lived in Egypt for okay, carry on.
They say they're the original people, Doc.
Carry on.
That's a whole nother lesson for a whole nother show, a whole nother day. But yeah, so October 29th, Reuters is reporting Russia's defense ministry said on Saturday that British Navy personnel blew up the Nord Stream gas pipelines last month, a claim that London said was false and designed to distract from Russia military failures in Ukraine. So the UK is like, nah, Russia is just saying this to distract from their failures in Ukraine. Russia is like, well, we wouldn't blow up our own pipeline. Why would we do that? Why would we blow up our own pipeline and mess up our own money? Somebody else had to do this. So now what they're alleging is that apparently she sent a text message to U.S. Senator Representative Anthony Blinken. He's the Secretary, Joe Biden's Secretary of State, that the text read, "It's done." That was it. Moments after the pipeline blew up. And then all of a sudden, from September, she was voted in UK Prime Minister September. This happened in the middle of October, end of October, a few days last week, she resigned. She quit.
So it seemed like she had a job to do.
So it seemed like she had thank you. That's exactly where I was going. I think we have a little clip if you want to go ahead and play that.
Right now?
Yeah, go ahead and play that clip. Yes, sir.
All right.
So you see her right here now, and once again, you see that multiple BBC, the Daily News, they're all on it, right? So a sharp drop in pressure on both pipelines was registered on September the 26th. Seismologists detected explosions. So you had the guys that measure earthquakes. They even detected the blast, so they could pinpoint what time this happened, triggering a wave of speculation about the sabotage of one of Russia's most important energy corridors. Like I said, this corridor and these pipelines, it produces oil and gas for all of Europe.
All of Europe.
All of Europe, right?
All of
so
Europe.
You will wonder, why would she? So my question to you, Ak, is what's going on? Like, it's a whole, like, why would she resign and quit? My question to everybody, why would she resign and quit? Like Ak said, it seems like she had a job to do. Now, you sit and wonder if you guys can look and see that necklace she's wearing, okay? Now, doing a little research and digging, this is what they call a circle. What is it called? A circle of O-ring, circle of trust, right? And this is known in the kink community. And the reason I'm bringing this out is right now in schools across America, not only are they allowing drag queens to come in and read to our young children, they are also teaching them kink, BDSM,
right,
bondage,
right,
submission,
right,
machoism, and
right.
So to me, with her wearing this type of stuff, once again, it's showing what's done in secret is coming to the light. Did she get in there? Her job was done, so now all of a sudden she's out.
She needs to be gone.
She need to be gone, right? Because a lot of speculation, people were zoning in on that necklace, right? And if you look at this necklace is a constant in the kink community. Most people either fall into the categories of dominant or submissive. Submissives frequently wear collars both when they're doms and in their day-to-day lives. So what is she saying to her handlers? What is she doing? It takes me back.
That's exactly, you know what I'm saying? You use the right word, they're handlers. You know what I'm saying? Because she, just like we talked about, and I want you to finish your thought, it's just dawned on me though. Just like we be talking about the sleeper agents with the mass shootings.
Right, come on.
You also got these type of plants within the government as well. If we telling you that America is a corporation, you got to understand the UK is a corporation as well. Russia is a corporation as well. All of these places are corporations. And so the bottom line is going to be the money. So now you got corporations fighting against corporations. So her job from day one, whenever day one was, it could have been 1 year ago or 20 years ago. But this is what her job was. And that's what the tweet was, is done. But go ahead.
Right. So she sent that text to Anthony Blinken, said it's done. A minute after the explosion. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't know how y'all think, but my rationality of thinking is that I believe that it was the UK sabotaging Russia so they could be just like the US.
Right.
Meaning they have a war on all fronts.
Right.
I mean, right now, besides Ukraine, the U.S. got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on.
They stretched. They stretched thin.
They are stretched.
And now you got North Korea acting up again, just in the recent couple of days, along with this Ye and Kyrie and our whole identity. You got a lot going on, and it just goes to show an account in the word comes to mind in Matthew 14, where it was talking about Yehochanan being beheaded, Yehochanan the immerser being beheaded, and what was going on with Herod and the young girl's the daughter and the
birthday.
For his birthday. After all these years of reading that account, it made me think when I was doing the research on this whole pipeline and this Liz Truss and this BDSM and that necklace and doing some research on that. I thought about that account and I was like, I asked myself a question and myself said, I said, what were they doing around this time?
Right.
What was Harriet thinking about?
Right.
Why did he find pleasure in the young? Now, I don't know the exact age of this girl in the account,
right.
but supposedly she was around 15, between 15 and 17.
Right.
She danced for Harriet. He was pleased, and he said, "You can have anything you want," but it was coerced by her mother to ask for you hooking on the back for his head. Now, you have to ask yourself: this young lady and this woman didn't ask for money. They didn't ask for fine linen. They didn't ask for gold, but they wanted the head of Yehukanan. What was the king, his crew, and his people? What were these people involved in?
Right.
How perverted was their feelings in their mind to want the head of a man? They could have had anything else. What is this woman involved in to where she came in and done a job, reported to some, she didn't work in the UK, reported to a U.S. congressman, the Secretary of State to Biden, the president. What are they involved in? And it struck me because I'm like, that's a crazy parallel of how that happened. And I was like, this has to be brought out just to have it on everybody's mind. Keep this in the back of your mind. I know there's a lot in the news cycle, but this whole pipeline and the UK prime minister, she was in office, 26 days?
Yeah. I mean, there is no other way. We got to understand too, two things, man. One thing, because you asking what are they involved in? All of them are sexual devils.
That's it.
And this goes back to their gods, man. This goes back to their gods. The very first abomination in earth was the Watchers sleeping with the daughters of men.
Come on, man. Come on out.
And so the Watchers are the gods of the earth.
Come on out.
The Watchers are the Watchers. They know who they worship. Hercules, Zeus,
Artemis.
All of these go back to these Watchers. So if the Watchers have a perverted spirit, then their children also are going to have a perverted spirit. Which is why I was talking to the Ox the other day, one of my Ox the other day. I don't eat at McDonald's no more. Why? Because it has been proven that McDonald's sells human meat.
Yep. You sound
Where
like
did
my
the
wife,
meat come from? The meat comes from the sacrifices that these people in high positions, they be kidnapping these kids. They sacrifice these kids, and just like money laundering, they got to launder the body some kind of way. So they cut deals with McDonald's, and these bodies go through McDonald's. Now, so that's where you got this spirit of homosexuality, transgenderism, bondage, and all of this stuff. You get that from the gods of the earth. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing being, with this lady right here, man, her soul. No. I'm gonna back up and come back to her. It is not beyond reach that the UK and America has put this thing together. We got to go. Let's go back to when Fidel Castro was first when America first put him over there. They put Fidel Castro over there to be a supplant for America, but he flipped the script on him.
Yep, he did.
JFK was in office. The Congress, Secretary of State, these people came to JFK and say, hey, this is facts too. Go look it up if you think I'm lying. They say, hey, let's bomb a plane and blame it and kill American citizens and blame it on Fidel Castro.
Come on, man.
And Cuba.
Come on, bro.
And John F. Kennedy say, I'm not going to be a part of that.
Right.
Now, think about 9/11, 2001.
Yep.
That's enough said there. You see what I'm saying?
2 and 2 make 4.
Now, let's go back and listen to what Trump said when he sat at the table with these leaders. He said, Europe is a slave to Russia.
Yeah. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Why is that? Because of that pipeline.
Because of that pipeline. That's what he said.
Before that pipeline blew up, let's go back to some other conversations that these people had. They kept saying it's going to be a cold winter in Germany. This is before the pipeline. So they telling you.
Yeah. Let's back. Hold on. Let's backpedal to 2014 with Condoleezza Rice.
Come on, man.
What she said with NATO in her back pocket. 2014, she said NATO wants Russia to be vulnerable. We're gonna make them vulnerable. They want NATO said there is issues with Russia, so we got to stir up something. They need to be vulnerable. So let's go all the way, 9 months ago, like we were talking about the 11 billion, 8 months ago. 9 months ago is when they told him, look, when these pipes hit, heat fits to go up, power fits to go down. It's supposed to be a cold, something fits to happen. So we got to honor 2014. We got to honor 2000. We got to honor JFK days. So they passed it down, man. They know what they doing. Like I told Shug, man, I said, hey, that pipeline 2 is the only problem. Before they came on the news, all they was talking about was pipeline 2. Once it became public, all they was saying was the pipeline. Right. Only 2 people, Germany and I believe Russia, connected pipeline 2 together.
That's it. And Trump.
Who's gonna go down underwater after it's built?
Right.
Come on now.
Exactly. And Trump told him. You brung that out, a while back. You played the video. He told him at the table, and you see how they was looking at him. They were looking at him like, how you know that?
It is
like they're dependent. So now this woman, like I said, if you look at her, she looked like Mission Impossible. Like I said, Tom Cruise. Man, you ain't lying. They always have a lady look just like her that's over the whole operation. She
probably don't know nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. She probably don't know nothing. Her job, she's a sex slave.
Yep.
She's a sex slave, and her job was to go in and make sure that this shit gets done. And for so many people, what we're saying right now is just so far-fetched. That's because you're not understanding that these nations, the Bible tells us that all the nations have their own specific gods.
Yeah, she's the Marilyn Monroe of the day, the sex slave.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and one more last thing. One more last thing before we move on. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Take that picture down, bro. Thank you.
I told you she's 166 years old.
Oh, man.
She a vampire.
Ain't no way
she sure is.
Ain't no way.
One last thing before we move on.
Go ahead, brother.
What we seeing too in real life is these nations bringing everybody to their knees. You can't have a world government if everybody is not brought to their knees, man. So, and I'm always telling people, when you seeing things happen in these other nations, you best believe that at some point it's gonna happen on our shores too. We just been blessed, man, that we ain't had nothing. The biggest catastrophe we done had was 9/11, right?
And before that, Pearl Harbor.
And before that, Pearl Harbor. Yeah. And that was orchestrated too. I got the proof on that. Right. That was orchestrated as well by America. They knew that was going to happen and never told the people. You see what I'm saying? Because they wanted it to happen, because they wanted to go to war. Don't get me started about this corporation, man, and how evil this corporation is, right? But what we seeing though is that they are bringing Europe down. You bring Europe to its knees. America got to come to its knees.
Yep.
At some point, Russia is going to have to come because they got to get a world domination, man. Pinky and the Brain was a cartoon, but it had a deep message in it.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Pinky and the Brain.
I did today.
Brain? You know what I'm saying? It had a very, very deep message in it, man. You got anything else to add before we move on or not?
Dude, that was it, man. Keep an eye on that whole pipeline explosion.
Man,
he was the quickest, the quickest right after the Queen died. Now, like I said, all this stuff is in succession. September to October. I've never heard of a prime minister that quick.
That fast? I said, man. It was so fast. Everybody started to now. And the way Biden announced it was funny.
Right. It was
funny.
It was weird how all this stuff went down, man. Weird. So keep
the Queen is off the table, y'all. In my chess reference, the Queen is now off the table.
That's it.
Woo. In my chess reference. Let's get it, man. This is Hezekiah. Stay Woke Remix.
Yeah.
I want to live truth. Even if it kills me, I'm going to live truth. And truth is, the Bible says that the herbs are for the healing of the nations. Bible says the herbs are for the healing.
Look, our people really think we free. We ain't free at all. I ain't just talking about them real niggas that behind the wall. I'm talking about that shit that's in your food. He putting on a skirt and makeup, but he a dude. Them lies on the news, they put shit on in our food cause they want us to lose. Whole country about money, nigga, look at the clues. You ain't sick, then America don't get paid. They feed us anything, make it look good, and we they slaves. Nigga, that shit crazy. They don't really care, that's why they killed Dr. Sabi. He cured every disease, he could've healed your baby. If nobody was sick, then America wouldn't get them chips. It's about that money. They say we equal, but you know we not. White people getting tased, blacks getting shot. Rest in peace to the fallen. You know you hurting God chosen people. You know you all slaves to that eagle. Smile in his face, but his heart full of evil. Picking up the Bible that done made my mind lethal. Everybody see through. Pray for my people. I'm just trying to wake them up. They just trying to kick it up. They really from that struggle, nigga. They just trying to make it up. His brother so dope, so that habit, he gon' take it up. But he ain't gon' make it, though. It's day one hating, though. He gon' either snitch or get him filled up with bullets. A boy need a man in his life. You damn right. A godly man, he don't need no damn dyke. You know what say? I probably made him mad, but God say it's wrong, but America say it right. They gon' say ain't nobody perfect. I can't stand it. God say you wanna be perfect, do my commandments. Only God can judge me. He already did, but you won't read the Bible to save your own kids. White man wrote the Bible, that's a lie. He don't want you to read it, boy, he want your ass to die. They done switched the race of the people, now we tracing the people. And they mad, nigga, we ain't gon' let it fly. All praise to your hour and it's say your hour shot. Found out we got chosen, they gon' lie, say it's a lie. Wake up, prepare war, that's Job 3 and 9. Why they try and go to space? Cause they know they about to die. Hurry and tell me free the slaves, nigga, it was in their blood. Same thing Moses did, nigga, we can't make this up. We the people of the Bible, but we stuck in the clubs. And we stuck selling drugs, and we stuck selling slugs. Trying to wake up out the devil, trying to get back to the roots. Trying to keep God's commandments, trying to get back to the truth. Living in the last days, God waking up his truth. If you keeping them commandments, all praises I salute.
Yeah.
All right, man. I like that, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what I love about being a Hebrew? That the Most High allow us to be who we is.
Man.
Hey.
That's a blessing.
Y'all church brothers, y'all grew up in the church, man. Look, you who you is and then come church. You know, you got to be that good Christian. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm Seventh-day Adventist. You know, I'm happy Sabbath. You know, the sun goes down. You know what I'm saying? And,
like a holiday.
Right. So, man, you cannot. I'm gonna be honest with people, man. For some who might say, man, that's a little bit raw. You can't teach this truth and be soft.
No, man.
Bro, loud, cry not, baby.
Bro, you
Peter, James, and John was not soft. You better go look at what Nehemiah told them folks at the gate. He said, I'm gonna lay hands on you. I'm gonna lay hands on you if you don't get away from my gate. You see what I'm saying? They snatch a beard. Exactly.
Right. Exactly. And he ain't do it with no soft voice. He ain't doing no soft. Could you please get that beard? No, sir. Please don't camp out right here no more. I'm gonna lay hands on you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you cannot be soft. You cannot be soft and teach this truth, man. You know, Peter, James, and John, they was called the sons of thunder. They were
they asked Mashiach that called lightning down on the people that was,
you understand? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Say
the people that tried to diss Mashiach, they were like, Mashiach, we'll call lightning right now.
We tried, we is trying,
Uh-oh. We lose my bro? Oh,
yeah, sorry about that, man. This daggum dog at my back window.
Back
window, scratching and crying and stuff, man. Yeah. This define agenda though, man. What is an agenda, man? These folks scared.
Yeah.
I said it. They wasn't scared of Nick Cannon.
Nope.
No. Because he got right in the bed with a tutu on with Kale.
They wasn't scared of Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon jumped out there. Nick Cannon thought he was jumping out there. He thought he was a grown man. They had to tell him, say, They had to tell him to say, boy, you still sit at the little kids' table.
And he went, yep.
It wasn't even 24 hours. He was apologizing, man.
He was apologizing.
That following son up.
Understand that he was apologizing. He made those statements, right? We gonna get into that, and that's why I told you. Hey, last night me and Yo was on the phone. My wife sent me the text of Kyrie apology, and I looked at that and I read it. And what did I say, Yo?
It sounds too much like Nick Cannon apology. That ain't Kyrie.
That ain't Kyrie.
They turned him down.
It proved right today what he did.
It proved right today. I said that is not. I say how you go from check this out. How you go from this?
Of
how you go from
the
this
movie and the book?
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it. Do you see me in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are.
Yeah, I put it out there just like you put things out.
Yeah, but it's not.
You put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff is not.
So let's move on.
Let's move on. Anti-Semitic.
Let's move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
Another human being. I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's not me.
Nothing. It's no people that you're making up, bro. Move on.
But by posting,
move on. Next question.
Anybody
do you guys have any more questions for me?
And they're going to say,
you guys have any more questions? Because this is going to be a clip. This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
Oh, this is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie basketball.
How you go from that in less than 24 hours? I'm an omnis, and I meant no disrespect to anyone's religious belief. The anti-Semitic label that is being pushed to me is not justified. No. That's what he said. Yeah, it's not being just. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Wrong tweet. Wrong one. But how you go from that to donating $500,000?
Right.
That's what I meant to.
Right. That's how we knew it was the Nets, because it came out today.
That
was the Nets. And I told my wife last night, somebody after the Chicago Bulls game, he only had 4 points. They, a lot on his mind, whatever. He only had 4 points. So his publishing team,
there you go.
They went to him and said, "Look, Kyrie, go home, get some rest. We're gonna take care of it. Don't get on social media. We're gonna take care of it." He says, thinking about his 4-point game, thinking about what's going on. He's like, "Okay, you're right." So they probably went into all his platforms, IG, Twitter, Facebook, changed his password so he couldn't get in. Went and made a statement. Agreed to the Nets management. Yeah, we're gonna make a statement. Y'all can go ahead and say we're gonna do the $500,000 in joint. He don't have no clue. He didn't until he woke up this morning. Like, wait a minute, what is going on?
And this is what happened the next day. Check this one out.
It is.
Do you have any anti-Semitic beliefs?
Again, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Kyrie, did you personally meet with the ADL?
I was informed that they wanted to have a meeting, and we handled it.
So, couple of things, sir. This is what they are afraid of. Genesis chapter 49. This is what it says. This is 49 and 9.
Look it out.
Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son. Thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Judah is waking up. This Bible tells us that Judah is going to be the one that's going to wake up all 12 tribes.
Yep.
This Bible tells us that Judah is going to be the one that's going to bridge the gap that's in between.
Yep.
This Bible tells us that Judah is going to make the world recognize who we really are. So right now they got a fire, man, that done started with just 2 matches.
Ooh.
See, they was able to tame Nick Cannon. They was able to shame Deshaun. Am I saying it right this time? Deshaun Jackson. And I want to apologize because I was saying his name wrong. And thanks to my wife, she corrected me, right? They was able to tame Deshaun Jackson, right? They was able to muffle Kodak Black, and they was able to handle Kendrick Lamar. But who they not this to handle is Ye. They not this to handle Kyrie. Kyrie said something real profound. Before I go there, second thing in that little clip right there, to let you know that he did not apologize.
Right.
They asked him the question. I don't know if you guys heard it. Kyrie, did you personally meet with the ADL?
Yep.
He said, I was told that they wanted to meet.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Therefore, we handled it.
Come on.
In other words, I ain't met with them.
Right.
My people that I pay met with them.
PR people.
And this was the result. And you're right, Shaka Boom. Them jokers got a whole cool meal. How can you, okay, I'm saying.
Yeah.
How can you, who don't fit not one description in Deuteronomy 28,
not one,
not a nail,
always say that you the victim?
Yeah.
You always the victim.
Got they grubby hands on our book.
Right.
Got they grubby hands on our book. Done took our culture. Done took our language. Done took everything about us. And then you leave us out here in cold. And then when the brother said, this is what the brother said. The brother said, are you anti-Semitic? The brother said, the brother looked at him and said, how can I be anti-Semitic? And he's so smooth with it too. See, we like to just go out there and just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes they just leave it with their mouth wide open. Right. The brother said, how can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am?
He said that's what he said. And see, this is the thing, what they got to understand. Kyrie Irving went to Duke University.
He is smart.
He had to go, listen, to even sign up to get into Duke, to even get recruited to play any sport, you have to maintain a 4.0, not just have one in junior senior. You got to maintain it from your freshman year all the way through high school. You have to maintain a 4.0 or better, meaning you cannot get anything lower than an A-. Yep. That's first and foremost. Secondly, Kyrie grew up in the hood in Jersey. So he has street smarts, he has book smarts, he has intelligence and common sense. So that means he's very well-rounded.
You know what he is today? You know what he is today?
What is he, y'all?
He's an Anthony Crawford. He's an uppity nigga.
Come on. That's exactly how
that's what Kyrie is.
That's exactly how they look at
He's an uppity nigga that they're afraid of because he do have over 1 million followers, right?
Right.
Look, man, you know what the problem is? The problem is, hold on, I can show you better than I can tell you. This is what the problem is right here. I got all kind of Kyrie quotes over here, man.
Come on.
Hold on, let me show you what the problem is. Where is it at? Oh, I already played it because I deleted one of them. The problem is when he said, how can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am? Right. Look, man, what's scaring them is not no Jewish hate talk. That's not scaring them. What's scaring them is that you got too many famous Negroes with money telling the black people who they are.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
You know what lengths they went through, man? Do we need to read Psalms 83 for y'all to understand? The length that these folks went through to say that the name of Israel shall be no more.
No more.
Did they confederate together? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the lengths that they went to cover this thing up, to keep this identity a secret, and the Most High is he's lifting up their skirt. And now that he's lifting up the skirt of the enemies, their agendas is being exposed. That's what they're scared of.
This is what they're scared of.
In their boots.
Suspending
him, not gonna make it go away. Go ahead.
You know how much they paid attention to him. To where they said, you said this on your platform. Now he had a book called The African Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Black Holocaust, and another African Congo leader, and all that about Kemet in Egypt, and how he was explaining that. They ain't care about that. He even went to the Black Holocaust, and they paid attention. He's gonna say something. He talked about the genocide, you know, about mind this, you know, mind disease, and over, but he never said nothing about being a Hebrew with none of them books. Now, those keep us as African. Those keep us on the, you know, Kemet side. They don't care when we say all that. They don't care we Christian. They don't care. That brother brought that book out. And they go, man. Now, he got away with 2 volumes with it being quiet, didn't he? With YouTube videos, boy. That book was like Brother Yerushalayim. So now that joker there is on the forefront. Oh, man. I guarantee that book fits to go up. That price.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Come on now.
Exactly. You know that book is about to go up, man, because man, we are living, I tell my family this all the time. We are living in the days that the prophets wish they lived in.
Oh, man.
We are living in those days, man. All of the prophets saw this time. If you go back and you read the prophets correctly, the Most High showed each prophet how things are going to end up. How the children of Israel is going to be scattered, what they're going to be going through, right before all of this stuff comes to an end, man. So they know that they knew that their offsprings, which is us, was going to be going through this here, man. Right?
Yep.
Isaiah 66:4, the Most High said that I will choose their delusions, man. We're waking up out of those delusions right now. Christianity is a delusion that the Most High chose for us, man. White Jesus was a delusion that the Most High chose for us. Why did he choose delusions for us? Because we were so disobedient, so disrespectful to his laws. He said, look, instead of just killing you off, which I would be in my right to do, right? Instead of just killing you off, I'm going to scatter you, and I'm going to, Jeremiah 17:4 you, take away your heritage away from you, and you're going to have to work to get it back.
Like I said, he said, y'all going to want everybody to be saved by the time you come up out of this.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? We're going to have to work to get this thing back, man. And so you got, brother, the Most High Ruach is falling on Kyrie now, falling on Ye now. We don't know who he going to fall on next week, next month. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But when this thing get out of control, because it's already almost out of control. I love what Kyrie said. There are clips in that video that I did record. One being when he told that reporter, he said, look, man, he said, I'm not scared of these mics, nor these cameras. I used to be. I'm not scared of this stuff, man. In other words, y'all are not going to shut me up. In other words, you are not going to make me apologize for what it is that I said, because I stand on what I said.
Right. Yeah, he's for real with this truth. Yeah, that's how you know when you gung ho like that.
Right.
Yeah. And tomorrow after all this is finished, he gonna go tell somebody, don't be eating that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Put that ham sandwich down. Put that ham sandwich down. Put that ham sandwich down. Don't be going to
say, man, you know that hair grease, man, that orange hair grease, don't use that no more, man. Yeah, he physically man say. That locker room physically mad at him.
Yeah.
So we talking about agenda, and I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. Check this out right here.
Read a lot. Read a whole bunch. Good and bad about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
We're in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not? I don't hear an uproar of that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion on what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal? Okay.
They was quiet.
We talking agendas, right? Read the quote here. I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is harmful to all of us. And as a man of faith, it is wrong to promote hate based on race, ethnicity, or religion. You know what that beat was? Kyrie told them the same thing that we opened this show up with. Mm-hmm. He told them at that press conference, ain't nobody said nothing when every rapper be getting on there talking about what Kanye say. I'm gonna fuck your bitch. I'm gonna shoot that nigga.
That's what exactly.
Ain't nobody said nothing about that.
Right. That's why they bleeped it out.
That's why they bleeped it out. Exactly. Ain't nobody said nothing about in my Calvin on Django voice. Ain't nobody said nothing about that.
Who up there in that nag?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But y'all want to come down on me. Agenda, listen to it, man. Agenda. It's funny how they want Kyrie to listen to them, but they don't want to listen to nothing that brother is saying.
Nothing.
That brother spoke for about a minute and a half, and as soon as he finished, they went right back to their questions. Well, Kyrie, do you feel like what you said was harmful to the...
Right.
And then he give them another educated answer.
Right.
And as soon as he finished, they come back. Well, Kyrie, do you think that you need to apologize to the people for the things that you said? And he give them another educated answer.
No, he laid it all the way out on that list. He laid it all out on the table. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. This is how I'm not gonna say. So no, don't ask me that.
Right. Who got the agenda? What is an agenda? The agenda is we gonna shut y'all up because Psalms 83 is real. We have taken confederacy against our hidden ones.
That's it. That's it. And look, we noticed, but I don't know if a lot of y'all noticed. Might want to bring that back up. Who he got on his hoodie?
Oh yeah. Let me bring that back. It's two images that I want to show on there.
Read a whole bunch, good and bad, about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? And I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
we're in 2022.
You see that?
You see that?
That's Black Yasha.
Yes, sir. That's
Black Yasha with a Mitri on his head. Now, the other thing I want to show too is how we know that Edom controlled his world. Look at this other image. I'm gonna put this out.
Wow. Read a whole bunch, good and bad, about the truth of our world.
So then do you...
In the background, it says Barkley.
Wow. Read a whole bunch, good and bad, about the truth of our world.
You see what that image is inside of that cross?
The eagle.
That's the eagle.
The eagle.
Yep.
That's the eagle of Edom.
Yep. That's it.
That's the
eagle. That sword is high.
That sword is right. That sword is high.
Yep. That sword is high. See it all.
All of these are symbolisms, man. So my man got up there with his symbolism on as well. He's rocking Black Yasha on his shirt, telling them to look in the most eloquent way ever. How can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am? And every time they say something like that, when he say that, and ye get on there and say, look, you know, the Jewish people this, but then I'm Jewish too, because I'm from Africa. 12 tribes of Israel, from the bloodline of Christ. Right. Every time they say stuff like that, what they do is they make the whole room look over there at the curly cute folks with the black hats on and look at them and be like,
right.
Well, who are y'all then?
Right. Because and look, like you just said, Ye or Kyrie has never said who they weren't. But like you said, just saying that we are and not even saying it makes everybody look at the serpent people be like, wait a minute, if they then who y'all? Why y'all been saying y'all?
Well, they'll answer right there in your face, pull a gun out and shoot somebody in anti-Semitic or another dead rapper. There's a distraction. Don't worry about who we are.
That's it.
Exactly. So yeah, man. I just wanted to bring that out. I am more than sure that we will be talking more about Kyrie and Ye in the days to come, because it's like my mama has always said, it's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. And
because
these
one of them,
brothers right here,
oh,
these
go ahead.
brothers right here, they standing on principles now, man. This is why you cannot make them afraid, because they standing on principles right now. They not talking just something, that they just read overnight and it moved them. Nah, Kyrie actually said in that interview when he was sitting at the table, I've been reading a lot, a whole lot. He said, I've been reading a lot, a whole lot. So therefore, he is starting to get convicted. He is starting to be a tree that is planted by the rivers of waters that cannot be moved. That's what Kyrie is starting to become, man. And I'm going to tell us something, this bruise that's been in this thing for a long time. We better keep up. We better keep up with these cats, because complacency is real.
Yeah, it is. It is.
We better keep up with these cats.
It is. And my wife, just to add real quick, and like Shaka Boom said, they had like the title of the movie, Hebrews and Negroes, they had like it's saying Candyman 5 times.
Exactly.
They will not say it. They will not say it. It's an anti-Semitic movie. You can say it. Go ahead.
They will not say
it. Boom. They can't say that, because if they say that, look, I'm gonna tell you what. Willie Lynch said, I always love this quote, and I need to remember this quote verbatim.
Here we go.
Because I always paraphrase it. Willie Lynch told them slave owners, you better not ever let your slaves have an inkling idea of who he is, because once he have the smallest inclination of who he is, it's going to open up and that you will never be able to control.
That's that mustard seed.
They can't say the title of that book.
They can't,
That's that mustard seed, baby.
That's that mustard seed.
But somebody here soon gonna slip up and start. Like I said, they always slip up. They always slip up.
Man, they gonna get one. They gonna get one of these young. They gonna get one of these young raw rappers that's gonna learn this truth and ain't gonna curl. Boy, that joker say, man, that joke like Pimp C. See, that's why they kill Pimp C. Start waking up. Y'all better go look at some of Pimp C old videos, man.
He did. He started talking this back in early 2000s, and they was like, okay, he got to go. And
he got to go. You dig what I'm saying?
Come up out of here, yeah, man.
But hey, did y'all notice that how Kanye started and just kept going, and we were like, slow down, let them chew on what you gave them. Mm-hmm. That's what Kyrie did. Yeah. Kyrie just said boom and let them eat.
Kyrie been jacked.
It's like both hands said, say, man, is in a fight.
Yeah, came out doing haymakers. Kyrie jabbing.
Yeah, Kyrie jabbing. Kyrie, they hated it too, man. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. The news just came out. Yo, just shared it with me that the Nets has suspended him because the media got power, man. And I watches and listens to the media. They have been begging the Nets to suspend this dude and take money from him for the longest. They'll make comments like most people normally get suspended for making remarks like this, and the Nets have yet to do anything to Kyrie. So they have done pushed the Nets up against the wall, but the Nets is scared as hell to do something to this boy. This boy's a live wire, man. Right. And they know this, sir. Right. That gum dog that was just at my ain't got no sense at all, right? He got no sense at all, and I know this, sir. So he can't be allowed to be in a room by himself, right? This is how they looking at Kyrie, man. Look, man, if we take money, the dude right now don't care. Who gonna suspend him? I ain't gonna suspend him, Bob. Well, I mean, Greenrich, somebody needs to do something. Well, I don't know. What if he just flies off the handle and just
come on now. When we just jump off the porch with it, come on, man. You can't stop it, man.
Guess what? I told you that they changed his password when they went in and made that statement. Soon as he find out his new password, he's going in. Oh, y'all gonna suspend me? Oh, okay.
Right.
He gonna be.
We already know he don't care about missing games. That brother didn't take the vaccine.
Exactly. And like you said, Charles Barkley been saying for the past few days, they need to suspend him.
Negroes like Charles Barkley, Shannon Sharp, that Negro with them fake dreads on at TMZ. Them Negroes,
man. Oh
my
God, Charles. I ain't Charles.
Charles. And see, now that they've done it, but like you just said, Aga, you just said something profound. Kyrie don't care. He said out last year for not taking the sauce. So you think come on. He like suspension.
And those executives know it. They sitting up right now. I just don't know. I just don't know.
Let's talk about that 500 though from that the Brooklyn got to pay themselves. Come on, man. That's 2 concession stands payment on the venue. They're not going to lose nothing. They could just take it off the house. Hey, up the prices on this, skim the taxes. We good.
That's it. Up the prices on the hot dog with ice cream.
On something, at least 2 games or 2 home games.
I bet you Kyrie ain't fit to give a penny out of his pocket to no ADL, man. Come on, man. Y'all better get out of here. So the point of that being taken is you can't believe everything that you see in the media.
Yeah.
That's right up.
They said Kyrie apologized, but it didn't look like he apologized to me.
And look, he told him today, he said, what we're not going to do is keep going through the spin cycle of y'all keep asking the same questions over and over again. He told him that flat out, like, look, I'm not the one, y'all. I'm not.
We got one more story, man. I know we could have stayed here forever, man.
We good? We want to let them go to sleep, man? Pick up next week?
Man.
You
sure
good?
you got?
Yeah. Let's open up with that. Oh yeah.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, people.
Do that.
Yeah, people. Because there's some laws. Yeah, y'all. It's growth out there, y'all. It's growth.
Yeah, we can do that, man.
Yeah. I know I'm an XY.
At the house,
you can't change the XY. I'm good.
And they ugly too, Shaka Boom.
Boy.
Man, woo. I don't know where that Negro found that clear woman from. She ain't clear enough.
She ain't clear enough. You have to be like Magic Johnson, Charles. Come on, Charles. Charles. Oh, Charles. Magic Johnson be wearing my Charles, disagreeing. Charles.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. We love all of y'all that has been up in here with us, man. We got a banger to start the show with next week. I'm gonna make an announcement as well. We gonna rock this month out. And then the following month, Truth Be Told Flex Podcast is going to go on a 2-week break. We'll be back after that 2-week break. But I'm going to run some of our old episodes though. I don't know how long some of you people have been with us, but we got some good old ones. So for that 2 weeks, I'm gonna run some old episodes, so you can check out what the show was like. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. We got to take a break, man.
You put something on there when I had a little bit of fro on there. A little bit of fro.
Okay, then I got you. But with that being said, man, y'all got anything y'all want to close out with?
Yeah, of course. Fear God, keep all his commandments. That's the whole thing.
Already.
That's it. All praise. All praise.
I'm going to end the show the same way we brought it in with Peasy and Ari.
Yeah.
Me and the Most High.
They film that here.
Big keepers off.
Big keepers off, baby. Same place where Boosie got shot.
It was a few weeks after, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's a dope video too. If y'all guys have not seen it, that video is.
Say who in it? Who at the beginning of it?
Very well. Eliyahu.
Eliyahu.
I didn't know she said that. We need her transparent. Just out of there.
Super clear. See through. See through.
Right. Man. Yeah, I got another joke, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. Everything ain't meant to be said. Exactly.
On YouTube.
All praises, man. We want to thank everybody for being with us. We really do, man. And we'll be back next week. But with that being said, Barakatah people, please, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Yeah.